What's going on, everyone? What's going on, YouTube? It is Dr. Ironbat Prime 2.0. We're here with a fresh start of 2023, and, well, as you hit this video, this is my top 10 favorite costumes worn by the Green Arrow. Now, with Arrow still being one of my favorite shows till this day, and, well, as a for fun way to start 2023 off, I thought I'd do a top 10 list on one of my favorite heroes in DC Comics, and talking about his 10 costumes that I love and enjoy in the world of comics, and video games and movies, of course. So for this list, just know that this is my top 10, and this is, well, pretty much my opinion, but these are basically costumes worn by Oliver Queen, and that we've seen him wear throughout his world in DC Comics. So I'm going to run down the list and tell you guys which ones make my top 10, starting with number 10. Kicking the list off at number 10 is the Golden Age costume. Now, this is pretty much the very first costume that we've seen Green Arrow in. It just screams Robin Hood. I really like classiness, and it just overall has a perfect prototype stage and just what sets us up for future, Green Arrow costumes. So if it wasn't for this costume, we wouldn't have, all the others that made my top 10. So yeah, taking the ninth spawn list is the 2000s costume. Now, I had a thing for some of the 2000s Green Arrow comic books, and, let's just say they're quite enjoyable and good, and the costume was one of the reasons that, that I enjoyed about them. It's very modernized of the Golden Age version, plus it carries elements that future Green Arrow costumes would later have in the future. But, hey, this is basically the 2000s, so comic books were getting a little more modernized at the time. Number 8 is the Neal Adams design. Neal Adams is an amazing artist. He did an incredible job at, creating, the classic gray and blue Batman suits. So, yeah, he did an amazing job with, Green Arrow. It just overall screams Green Arrow. It's a perfect concept of, Neal Adams designs. And it's just all around just a classic look. I mean, it's very Robin Hood-esque, and I also really like how this is pretty much the concept comic of where Green Arrow would mostly team up with Green Lantern. Plus, Neal Adams is an amazing artist, so yeah, I'm a fan of his artwork. Taking the 7th spawn list is the Injustice 2 costume. I may not be much of a gamer, I'll admit, but Green Arrow's costume is one of the coolest costumes in the game. It has some armor platings here and there, which makes it a lot more, superhero-esque. And I just overall like the design and how it just, resembles almost being like actual protection. And the first costume from the first Injustice game is good, but I like this one a lot more. Number 6 is the Justice League Unlimited costume. As a fan of the DC animated universe, this costume just had to make the list, and, I couldn't help myself because, it's just overall classy, a good look, and the Justice League Unlimited outfits are just all around perfect and downright classic, and just also matches up with the show as well. Plus, if you haven't seen the Justice League Unlimited cartoon, definitely jump on and watch it. It's one of my few favorites. Halfway at number 5 is the Year One costume. This is pretty much the prototype-esque version of Oliver Queen's journey of becoming the Green Arrow, but I find this to be like a perfect, just a perfect costume and everything. It's pretty much designed to be, just the, again, the prototype look, and you barely see Oliver's face, and it's just all around a perfect design to be a fresh start. I just find it to be just a perfect combination of, what Oliver was able to salvage and what he was able to use, and even his bow and arrow was pretty prototype-esque. So, I mean, this is just a perfect prototype costume. Taking the 4th spawn list is the Longbow Hunters. Now, sure, this is a costume that's very 80s and 90s-esque, but I really like the design. It's just an all-around classic 80s look. I really like how it's very lime green and dark green at the same time, and the art design is just all around classic and good. So yeah, in my opinion, that's why it's very high up. So yeah, it's just all around just that good and classic, even though it's very 80s and 90s, so that was just comic books at the time. Taking the top 3 is the Arrow suit from season 1, 2, and 3. Of course, Arrow is one of my favorite shows, and I had to put this costume high up on the list.
It's just all around a perfect prototype costume for Oliver. It just, well, looks perfect. It looks good. I really love the design of what would come later on.
Plus, if it wasn't for this costume, we wouldn't have, well, just, well, the other costumes that, well, that Oliver would have throughout the rest of the series. And, again, it's just all around that good, and I even love how it even made it way to, well, comic books, so yeah, hence why it's number 3.
Taking the second spawn list is the Rebirth costume.
I really love how a lot of the characters and heroes have, like, well, a bit of a start over kind of point, and Green Arrow had, like, a perfect, well, I think he had a really good Rebirth costume alongside with other heroes.
It's just all around something that equals a new beginning for Green Arrow. I just really like the design and how there would even be some brown and black added to the suits.
I mean, they're all about starting over, going back to their main core, and, well, let's just say Green Arrow's costume was one of the coolest things to come in the Rebirth storyline.
Plus, this is what Oliver would kind of sort of wear on the last season of Arrow.
I feel like that's where they got the inspiration for that costume.
And taking number 1 spot is the New 52 suit.
Now, I have a thing and well, a connection with the New 52 because it's like one of the few comics I enjoy in DC, and I just overall love this design of the suit.
It's just all around a good one. It's just something that it screams Green Arrow, and I just overall love the design a lot, and it's just has so many elements from like past Green Arrow costumes.
I mean, it looks very tactical, looks very superhero-esque, and I just love the aesthetics and everything, and it's just all around perfect on many levels.
Plus, this is a suit that Oliver would, in a way, go for in Arrow Season 4.
So, I'll admit, it may not be the best season of Arrow, but yeah, that costume is the only thing I love about Season 4. So that about wraps up my top 10, but I do have a couple of honorable mentions to add in.
As for the honorable mentions, those go to Connor Hawke, Smallville, and the Blackest Night costume.
So that about wraps up my list. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all like my list. Hope you all like this video. And, well, just to wrap it up, let me know what your top 10s are in the comments down below. And, well, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. Don't forget to hit the bell so that way you're notified for my next video. Also, don't forget to comment below, hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to follow me on all my social media stuff, which is just right here, so make sure to follow me. I just might follow you guys back. Hope you all have a wonderful holiday, and, well, hope you enjoyed the videos coming in 2023 of mine, so stay tuned, and I will see you guys in my next video.